Hey, I'm just trying to prove that this is me. That's it. And after this 15 minutes, it's over, man. There's fucking idiots out here saying, "Oh, it's not you. It's not you." It's me. All right. Can we get that clear?
All right. Well, I was wrong.
Yeah. Doesn't feel good. You know what I'm saying? Doesn't feel good when you have fucking, what was it, 4 years I've been shitting out fucking knowledge. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, luckily there's wait a minute. Is this mic in front of my? It's my in front of my fucking face. Good. Luckily, I have alcoholic beverages to be able to fucking attempt to extinguish the fucking fire at the utter disgust, and I'm not just I'm not just talking about the true capitalist radio community. I know there's a lot of people that appreciated what I did, and I've always said, man, a group is defined by its majority. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I mean? I flip on the channels. It seems like everything I flip on, you get fucking a 5-year-old getting breastfed by some skank. I mean, you got fucking Human Centipede 4. I mean, oh Jesus Christ, man. So look, let's just go ahead and drink, all right? You know what I mean? Just fucking shit. You know what I mean? Just shit out of my face, man. All right, now look, I'm a capitalist for life, and I'm gonna live that way until I die. I don't give a shit, what happens. All right, but I just want to let everybody know that that's why I did what I did, man. You know what I'm saying? That's why I did what I did. Fuck off, ghetto capitalist, alright? Fucking asshole. Alright? This is no time to be humorous here, alright? I'm serious. I'm only going to be here for about 15 minutes, and then I'm off forever, alright? I am going to quit. I am. This is it. As a matter of fact, look, the reason I came back is because fucks were the fucker on Ghost Politics was me, and it is not me. I want to reiterate, it was not. This fucker is not fucking me. I have emailed Twitter. Twitter is saying that they're doing some investigation or whatever the fuck they're doing, but I keep telling them, man. I email them every fucking day. I got about fucking like 10 emails that I've emailed these pricks with and say, look, if there's any harm done on anybody, man, no, Ghost Politics with the zeros in place of the O's, that's me, alright? Now, I know there's a lot of people shocked, oh, why would you say this, why would you say that? Hey, idiots, you know what's sad about the whole concept of this whole fucking hacking and all this bullshit? The bronies were more concerned about the whole shit than everybody else. All right. I mean, you understand? I'm not. Fuck. I'm not joking, man. The fucking bronies, man. And you want me to fucking shit? You want me to come back, man? You want me to, come back here and spill my soul to you folks, man? I mean, that's what I've done for 4 years, man. I mean, look at the fucking archives, man. I mean, look, man, I'm sorry. about all this stupid doxing bullshit and all this. People have been coming at me for 4 fucking years, man. You understand? 4 fucking years. And I just wanted to do a show. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to do a fucking show. Uh, And I didn't want this transpiring of this whole fucking community, man. I'm serious. Of doxing and bullshit. I didn't want any of this shit, man. I'm telling you this straight up, man. And I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry for all the innocent fucking people that had gotten intermixed with this shit. That got intermixed with this shit because they were peeps that were affiliated with the show. They were somehow they called up to the show. I mean, it's really sad. People became targets if they patronized the chat room, if they were characters on the show, and it was stupid, man. It was stupid. So, I mean, there's a realization that has come to play here, man. I mean, oh man, I mean, realization that has come to play. This whole experiment, this whole true capitalist radio experiment is what's transpiring in reality right amongst us, man. I genuinely cry, man, because I know that there's no fucking turning back, man. There's no turning back, man. Fucking massacre in Syria. Shit, massacre in Syria. Fucking over 100 fucking people slaughtered, man. I mean, I could tell you the other deaths amongst the world, but I've been saying that for 4 years, and nobody gives a shit. You know, nobody gives a flying fuck. You know what I mean? Everybody's just, oh, My Little Pony. Everybody's doing their own fucking thing, man. And that was the crux of what the fuck I was talking about, you people out there. That's what the fuck I was talking about. What I was attempting to extend in a mixture, in a congealed type of presentation of entertainment and information and education and knowledge, I attempted to facilitate in hopes that you would understand what the fuck is going on all around us here, man. But nobody gives a flying fuck. I've been here for 4 years doing this stupid broadcast, and for all you people that know me, there's people in this stupid little this Paltalk community that know me from years back. All right. I mean, seriously, I mean, people in here know that. I mean, I've been here for a long time doing this. All right? Yeah, and I know they fucking hate me. I know they do. I've been doing this for a long time trying to fucking tell people this shit, man. Nobody's giving a flying fuck. And look, man, I don't care if you troll me. I don't care if you do this and that, man, but you're going to do hacking. You're going to do illegal activity and bullshit like that. I mean, hey, by all means, go ahead. You know what I mean? You only fucked yourself, because that's it for me. I'm done. It's over. I'm never doing the show again. I'm only going to do Twitter, and I wish there was another alternative to Twitter. I swear to God, if there was another alternative to Twitter, I will go and I will advertise for them. I mean, seriously. I mean, no, fuck Facebook. Did you see the Facebook fucking closeout today? Fuck Facebook. I'm talking about something that can give instantaneous type of short kind of mini blogger messages. I like Twitter's format, but they are fucking dicks. They're fucking dicks, because they don't want to give me my account back. They're like, well, no, it's just under investigation because they were, believe it or not, well, I don't even want to tell you what they told me on the email, but several quote-unquote governments want. I'm serious. This is why I can't get my shit back, man. I mean, they say there's several governments that are investigating this fucking stupid account that I've got, and I don't know. I don't know what they're being very vague. I fucking email them every fucking day for Christ's sake, and they don't want to give me any. They don't want to give me anything, man. They just, you know what I'm saying? So. I'm just saying, I don't know. I mean, please, that's why I'm saying anybody who's here, please fucking. I can see that the hacker like privatized it and linked it up to my new account, which, gee, thanks. You know, I guess, but you know, just unfollow that account, man. I mean, yeah, hey, it's Ghost Politics with zeros for the O's, and I know it's fucking gay, but that's what I gotta do, man. It's, yeah, it is. It is the way it is. It is what it is. You know, it sucks. I really wish that you know, there was another social network format that was secure, and you know, so on and so forth. So I don't know. I'm done my attempt at trying to facilitate knowledge in hopes of progressing those that can absorb this, utilize this, and take this and pay it forward is completely moot. And every time I use the word moot, these idiots are jerking off to the 4chan creator, faggotry asshole, whatever the fuck his name. What the fuck is his name? I even forgot his fucking faggot name. It's just stupid. Yeah, Chris Poole. Yeah, I mean, this is. I'm done with this shit, bro. I'm done with it, man. I mean, it's, you know what the internet is? I'll tell you what the internet is. In the internet, it's so easy to organize. It's so easy. I mean, look at the bronies. I'm not trying to. Well, I guess fuck it. Just look at the bronies. Look at all these, you know, little fucking little crews that have just gone quote unquote viral. I mean, this is not something that that is material, man. And I think that, you know, that has been my problem in my presentation of my work, is that there's nothing material. You know, it's all just a fictitious avatar. This is a virtual world, man. There's nothing material. There's no person that you see living the shit that I'm talking. You know what I'm saying? And I think that that is the problem. Now, look, I'm going to be completely honest with you. Just based upon the experiment of this online situation, it doesn't make me want to come out and say, hey, look at me, I'm over here now. Or are you kidding me? As a matter of fact, it makes me want to just go the fuck away. Because nobody's listening, nobody cares, it's trash. And what I mean by it's trash, it means, man, look, bro, I mean, there's a lot of knowledge being, you know, exalted on this show. There's a lot of knowledge that and look, I got emails. I mean, as a matter of fact, just don't contact me at all. All right. The Ghost Politics YouTube is mine. All right. The regular one, the one that that fucking that fucking asshole doing that. Okay. That guy, it's funny because, I mean, that's how I feel. You know what I mean? The fucking Twitter account, it's not mine, man. The only Twitter account is mine is a stupid. Here, let me see. Let me cut and paste this shit. They did not hack the podcast. No, they did not hack the podcast. And even if they did, fucking Blog Talk Radio would. Yeah, I'm just saying. Anyway, yeah, there it is, Lost Salvation. There it is. Alright. And it sucks, you know what I mean? Because, I don't know, I mean, Hey, as a matter of fact, Trollic Brony or whatever the hell. Supposedly, I've just been looking at what's been going on within the past couple of days within Twitters and just scouring. Um, and supposedly, Troll Nick or Troll Tick or whatever, Thailand. I don't. Are you really living in Thailand? All right, or are you just saying that for the lulz or something? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I don't like Thai food. There's some like leaf or something that's peppered with some shit, man. That was all right, but I'm just saying I try to be as cultured as I possibly can. Thailand, aren't they under some kind of duress at this point in time? Well, anyway, either way, I appreciate Troll Tick Nick Brony. And this is what I'm telling you about the bronies, man. Bronies, um, it's just, they're the ones that are out here doing the work. They're the ones that want the show back more than the actual supposed capitalist, man. You know what I mean? So, anyway. I mean, no, I'm just saying. I mean, actions speak louder than words. I've always said that, man. I've always said that. So look, I'm not gonna bring back the show. All right, I'm not gonna come back and do anything. It's over. All right, it's over, man. No, I'm not coming back to Pal Talk either, man. I never. No, this is the last interpersonal communication that I'm ever having with anybody on the internet ever. The only communication that I'm having is through fucking any kind of little stupid third party social networking. And that's about it. And the reason is because everybody that, I've attempted to give any level, and it doesn't mean like big level of trust, but a slight level of trust, man, has fucked me, man. You know what I mean? And the bad part about it is that it was a fucking show, you idiots. You know what I mean? And I think that maybe it was my fault too, because I tried to convey very serious subjects, congealed with entertainment, congealed with a lot of different factors. And in my personal opinion, I was stupid. I guess this was my own ignorance, and I can admit to this. Believe me, I'm drinking right now. I'm fucking look at all this fucking bottles dot wave over here. I'm drinking right now because I cannot believe that people cared more about the stupid bullshit that was funny than actually absorbing the material and the information and the things that could enlighten a soul. Yeah, I mean it's fucking it's disgusting. It really is. And that's why I'm not gonna come back, bro. I'm not gonna come back. I'm just gonna go into the sunset. I'm gonna live my real life. As a matter of fact, I live a great real life. Now that I haven't had this 3 hour obligation after trading to the show, man, I mean, everything's been very, very, very great, man. And, to be completely honest with you, I mean, that's just how I want it to be from now on, man. I mean, you people need to realize this online world it's stupid, man. The people on this fucking online world, they're sick fucking people, man. I mean, you know, I'll be the first one to admit. I'll be the first one to admit that, hey, maybe I can go out and, hey, fight fire with the people that were coming after me, man. But it's a never-ending story, man. It's stupid. It's just like war amongst countries, man. It fucking never ends. You take fucking a couple of idiots down, it encourages a couple other fucking crazy idiot, no life having, have more time to stay on the internet. I mean, it doesn't matter, man. So, in my opinion, I'd rather go out into the sunset, or at least into the internet sunset. And you know, when I saw yesterday, I literally threw up. You can ask my wife, man. I literally threw fucking up when I saw Lamar Smith win by over 70 fucking percent of the fucking vote in the GOP primary. Over 70 fucking percent. And you see, I tried I mean, you know, just do a search, man, for True Capitalist Radio and fucking Ghost. I mean, all the all the shit you'll find, man, all the shit. And when I tried to gear those energies towards a direction that would do something, oh, oh my God. That's why I tweeted that stupid little Fruit Bowl song, Goodbye Horses. I mean, that's a fucking fruity song, but that's how I feel about this whole situation, man, to be honest with you. That's how I feel. I feel disgusted, man. You know what I mean? I'm drinking now. As a matter of fact, I should stop drinking, man, because I feel a little sick, but I'm sick. I'm sick because, look, it's not just the online situation here, man. It's the world. You know? The fucking world, man. And all I can do is just have all I can do is just have as good of a time as the time I have left, man. I mean, did you hear about this zombie shit that's happening? Bath salts and all this shit, man. I mean, I'm not joking. This is not You people, oh, you all thought I was a joke, man. I mean, you know what? Some idiot on a bath salts, you know, chewing on a homeless man's face. Did y'all hear about this shit? I mean, I tried, man. And you know, this bath salts, for you folks that are unfamiliar with what it is, man, I mean, it's legally, you can legally go out to some head shop and you can go out and, you know, get this shit, and it's, no, pan the man, don't be fucking giving him any kind of names of shit. I mean, that's the last thing we need. It will not, I mean, you snort it, and when you snort it, it's supposed to, quote unquote, mimic the effects of cocaine or crank, but what it does, it permanently alters the perception of the brain. I mean, these episodes of psychosis that is induced by these bath salts don't go away. And what ends up happening is that these people that are all fucking freaked out on this shit kill themselves. You know what I'm saying? Or if they don't kill themselves, they go out and kill other people. It is fucking the most disgusting thing. And this shit is legal. So look, I tried. All I'm going to do is just be with my wife. Let me tell you something right now, man. You know, I just have a better respect for my wife, man. I just want to be with her, and if it's the end of the world, and if I don't give a shit what happens, if there's fucking tsunamis that overtake the land, if the ground gives way, if meteors come from the sky, if volcanoes fill the air with carbon monoxide and all kinds of, you know, disgusting things that could ruin, I don't give a fuck. You know, what's unfortunate is that we have gone so far as humanity, and here we are in this disgusting filth, this cesspool of, I don't even want to call it ignorance, man. It's like it's fucking zombie thinking is what it is, man. It's fucking zombie thinking. And I don't know what the fuck's gonna happen, but to be honest with you, we don't deserve to continue on this planet if we can't find ourselves in some sort of conducive manner to not only put aside stupid racial, cultural, nationalistic, fucking theocratic and political romantic ideas and understand that this world, the planet that we live on, this planet caravan of life, is but a speck of what the fuck the universe has to offer. And I'm sincerely glad that there was a private, oh fuck, it was a private spaceship that went out there and docked with the space station. Man, this is what the fuck we need. I mean, humanity's done for, man. At least in America, man. You know, I hope that you foreigners that are listening look at what's happened to the West, man. We're done for. We're done for because of our own. I can't even explain it, man. Anyway, I'm gonna be here for another 10 minutes. Anybody wants to ask questions, you know, raise your hand, all that shit, man. Go ahead, Ghetto.
Sorry, I'm drunk. I'm gonna put my hand down. You niggas go ahead and talk.
Alright, Ghost. Um, I completely understand where you're coming from. You know, I support your decision um, to leave. You know, this is all a virtual, online, world, and sometimes people get a little bit too involved, and I think that's what's happened here. And I support your decision to walk away. You need it. All right, you've got a real life to live. We all have a real life to live, and just in case we never speak again, I'd like to thank you for all the substance that you provided, everything that I got out of it. You completely changed my political, viewpoints, and you really made a difference in my life, and I feel that you've given me the tools to be successful in the future. So, thank you, Ghost. Go ahead, Balls.
Yeah, it goes. I know. Unlike most people in here, I mean, yeah, I've got to speak with you even just like a couple days ago, man, and I'm kind of glad that you came out and you told not just me, but now you told everybody how you feel. Um, and I was trying to explain to everyone that like, that you were legit. Like this wasn't some fucking troll. This wasn't a joke. That you'd had it with everything. And man, I know. I mean. I talked to you the other day, and I hope maybe you and I can keep in contact somehow. But if not, man, I understand. You're an adult. You have a life. You got shit going on, and hey, man, it's all good, dude. But I really hope the world doesn't go to hell, and somehow we can pull through this, and we'll come out for the better. But if not, well. Guess we'll only have ourselves to blame, right? Yeah, it's just like this situation here. We can point the fingers at anybody at why the true capitalist radio is gone, but at the end of the day, man, it'll be our own faults. You can't fucking blame Ghost for this shit. Like he said, the fucking bronies came out in support of him and shit like that. I mean, it's fucked up. And God, I don't know, man. I've already shared my sentiments with you and shit, dude. So I don't know. I guess I'll just hop off the mic and let this whoever the hell this is go ahead and talk.
Well, since Warthog is just, he's probably away. Yeah, I know you're up next. I just wanted to say, man, that it is what it is, man. I mean, this whole online shit as it relates to my show is a lot like what's going on in reality today, man. And sorry if I'm cracking up over this, man, but it's inevitable, man. We're gonna have a regulated internet, governed internet, taxed internet. We're gonna have totalitarianism. And there's nothing we can do about it because, man, there's just too many of these fucking people, man. There's too many of these fucks that have nothing to lose, and the government made it that way, man. The government made it that way. So, I'd rather die with dignity and with my self-respect and my freedom while I still have it. Because I'll give you the honest-to-God truth. I've said a lot of things in my 4 years and beyond my 4 years on the broadcast. I mean, I've been on here, believe it or not. How do you think I know all these idiots on here on the Pal Talk? You know? I've said a lot of things. The government is... They've subtly have shown that they are watching, but I've never felt like it wasn't China, it wasn't Iran, it wasn't any other place in the world, you know what I'm saying, that would have knocked down my door. I would have been in a fucking gulag anywhere else, you know? And, I don't know, I mean, I think that Big Brother's laughing right now, man. I know they're watching, they're like, I know they are, man. Because I know the truth. There's no turning back, man. We've gone too far. There's no turning back, man. And we're all, I mean, just, prepare yourselves, man, within the next 2 to 3 years. Look, did you see what's happening nowadays? I mean, I had to come on here tonight because I was watching Nightline tonight with my wife, while I was trying to go to sleep. I can't go to sleep anymore. I can't sleep. Fucking appetite isn't the greatest, and fucking saw this stupid dumbass like it's not even metrosexual anymore. They had a fucking segment on what was it, Nightline, in which they talk about how the males now are trying to be as pretty as the females, and they went into all these like metrosexual joints. Did you know that males are now wearing like Spanx? They're male, like, tights, like, where, I mean, what did I say on my show a year ago? That, mark my word, I said this on my show, I said, mark my word, man, a year or two from now, these fucking rappers are going to be wearing skirts. Y'all remember me saying that shit? They're going to be wearing skirts, man. I mean, I don't know if y'all been watching the fucking playoffs on TV. I mean, hey, if I'm not on the internet, there's not much to do. I'm an old fuck. You know what I'm saying? Me and the wife, we go have dinner, we go have a few drinks. I mean, there's not much to do. But if you take a look at the press conferences of all these fucks, what's up with these freaking black athletes putting on the fucking, like, you know, I'm gonna button up my shit all the way to the top like I'm some dorky Screech looking prick, and put on like some hipster glasses with no fucking lenses. There's no fucking lenses on those glasses. Do you understand? There's all kinds of, you know, shiny lights and, you know, and yet, you know, no fucking lenses on that shit, man. I mean, we're done, bro. You know, I mean, we're done. It's over. When the gangsters, you know, when the brothers are out here and are no longer down low about it, man, it's over, man. Society in America is over. And you know what this whole concept, this whole fucking shit has made me realize? That, you know what, it's not about ideas. It's not about ideas. It's not. Ideas in the wrong hands can be misinterpreted, warped, misconcepted. You know what it's about? It's about fucking individuals, man. Individuals. Cult of personality. I mean, good God, I cannot believe I'm saying this shit. That's just the way it is, man. Individuals change history. And what's sad is that anybody that takes on that feat is destined for death and disaster and destruction, and turbulence, and I don't know if you all still have Capitalist Army movie night, but Alexander is a great movie to watch. And even he, in that fucking prehistoric period of time, he even understood the future. And yet everybody was infuriated with the past. Just like everybody is now. Go ahead, Warthog.
Well, Ghost, I'd like to say thank you for the 4 years of broadcast. I've been listening since 2009, actually, back when it was True Conservative Radio. I'd like to thank you for your, you know, uncompromising commentary, how, you know, you gave nothing but substance when, you know, most modern mainstream radio, you know, most modern mainstream radio personalities these days have no personality. They don't give out substance. They don't, you know, help their listeners somewhat. And I'd just like to say thank you for the 4 years that you've been broadcasting, and you have sort of opened my eyes to the way the world works. I live in a pretty crappy area, and even over here, the so-called poor over here acts like the poor in America. And yeah, thank you.
I appreciate it. Apparently we got Celtic Brony coming up. What's up, Celtic fucking Brony? That's great.
Hey, alright, just like to say that I'm quitting trolling. You know, making remixes and splices of you was alright for the walls, but, you know, this whole drama that I caused was just a big waste of time. You know, I could have been using that time to finding a job and making money, and I'd like to thank you for the 4 years that you broadcast.
You know, I'm not dotting you because you know, because I'm, you know, trying to be a dick. To be honest with you, Celtic man, I mean, I don't blame you to do what you do, man. I mean, you know, I know who you are. You know, bro, shit happens, but at some point in time, you know, you have to come into a fine line, you know, in which, you know, you have to, how can I put it, you take it beyond just business you take it personal, and when you take it personal, people tend to, do things that they're willing to accept the consequences for. And vice versa. It breeds it. It's not like, it never fucking ends is what I'm saying. So I don't necessarily frickin' forgive you for all the shit you did, but I can tell you right now that I can understand why you did it, man. You come from a shitbag town, and there's no fucking opportunity. There's nothing going on there. There's no fucking social life. There's no chicks. There's no dudes. It's fucked. All right, so I can completely understand. So go ahead, man. I'll let you finish your shit. So I just want to reiterate that I understand, but I just would like for you to understand the seriousness you brought on to all this stupid, ridiculous, trivial internet shit. And you can come back on the mic, Celtic. It's Celtic's mic.
Yeah, I agree. Like when I hear you talk on your broadcast, there's a lot of times where I say, he's right. Like when you were talking to that one guy who said that his dad died in the war, it kind of hit me personally. Some of the stuff you were saying, I was reflecting off of my life, and I really don't want to be one of the scum in life anymore. And even though the internet's full of cocksuckers and nothing's gonna change, I don't want to be a part of that and produce more filth for the internet. You know.
Well, action speaks louder than words, bro. You know what I mean? And to be honest with you, I mean, it's just how it is. You know what I mean? So, this all started because of you, Celtic. I know. I'll be honest with you. I don't think that you hacked the shit. I think that you initially hacked it, and then you gave it to somebody else. But I'll tell you this right now, man. I hope that Twitter, gets to the bottom of it, man. Because if that's the case, that's why they're keeping it open, man. I'm like, shut the shit down. I've been saying shut the shit down since the 20th. And they just don't want to do it, man. They keep telling me, well, there's several governments. I don't even want to tell you what the fuck they've said. You know what I'm saying? Although I find it quaint that some of the trolls that I've had follow me when I had the regular Ghost Politics before it got hacked. Some of these trolls, they would troll a couple of people and they'd get knocked off. That they're, I would lose them as followers. You know what I mean? It would say, oh, Twitter suspended and Twitter this and that. How do you get suspended on Twitter? How do you get knocked off on a Twitter? No, Twitter no longer exists. You know what I'm saying? They're allowing this shit. They're allowing whoever has hacked Ghost Politics, they're allowing that shit to happen. And if there's any harm that comes to somebody because of that, you should sue Twitter's ass. Open mic. Go ahead, Guitar Ninja.
Yeah, okay. I don't know how to follow that, but yeah, dude, don't ever think that the last 4, even more years are going to waste. Yeah, maybe it's good for you to, take a step away for a bit, or even for good. It's your choice, and I respect that, but don't think it was a waste. I myself, I was almost a socialist, before. So, that's one person. There's a lot of us, and I'm spreading the message. I got a fucking job now. I'm making money. I'm even converting my friends. I got some Democrat friends, some liberal friends. I'm turning them over to the ideas of capitalism, And that's just me. There's a lot of us, so don't ever think this was a waste of time.
No, it was a waste of fucking time. All right, and there's nothing unless I'll tell you what'll make me think it wasn't. In the next few years, somebody who listened to this broadcast or whatever, tweets or whatever, however you listen, YouTube, whatever the fuck, they get fucking rich. You know what I mean? And they say, it was fucking true capitalist radio. They do that, man. I could die. I could fucking die, man. God could take my fucking soul. Or the devil, either one, man. I mean, I just want to hear that, man. I want to hear a fucking millionaire. I want to hear somebody that I made successful because of the fucking knowledge I gave out. That's what would make me. That's worth more than money, man.
I want to thank you most of all for the time you've spent. I used to be a fucking Democrat. After listening for a while, my ideas changed. And you're right, this world is becoming more and more sick. I'm not doing Tough Guy right now. Do not fucking ask me to do that. I mean, I read something about the fucking Chinese putting dead babies into pills and selling them to the Koreans. I'm not even kidding you. I have a link. Yeah, you think I'm kidding? Yeah, right there. I didn't want to believe it because you've been right about a whole bunch of stuff. And I really hope you're wrong about what's going to happen within the next 2 years, but unfortunately, I don't think you're going to be wrong. And what's worse, I've been looking around and I don't see anywhere to get away from it. And even if you have a ton of money, you're not going to get completely away from it.
Hold on there, troll tick. There's nowhere to run, man. I hate to say this, man. I mean, every time I get into a very, like, I wouldn't say I have panic attacks because I don't believe in that shit, man. But I am overwhelmed at times. Sometimes when I'm walking the streets of Austin and I see fucking the bums and the fucking the filth and it's not even the filth, man. I mean, there's no reason for this in Western society, man. These people are just doing this because they want to, man. And I fucking cry, man, because I know there's people all over the world, man, that are getting bombed, that are getting killed, that are getting massacred for stupid fucking shit. And I wanted to bring attention to that while at the same time telling people that, look, you know what'll make people stop doing this shit? If they had a reason for life. And you know what a reason for life is? Making life better. And what makes life better, man? Capitalism. Getting paid. Getting rewarded for one's labor. Fuck money. It doesn't even have to be money. I mean, money at this point, these governments are screwing up our money, man. You think I have cash money on hand? Fuck that, man. Cash money loses value by the day. Capital. Capital. Not just gold, silver. I'm talking about the means of production. I'm talking about machines. I'm talking about, you want to put people that have skill on payroll and contracts. I mean, this is what it comes down to, man. And let me tell you, I honestly believe, man, that here in the next fucking 2 years, they already, did y'all hear the other day, they're cutting a couple of percentages of unemployment. Did y'all hear that? I wonder if crime raised in your neighborhoods if you happen to have a bunch of people on unemployment, man. It's starting, man. It's starting. Open mind.
Yeah, guys, that was very very heartfelt um explanation. I appreciate what you do, and on behalf of myself and I guess some of my brony friends and what else, I know you are just doing it, you know, for the community. You're doing it for everyone, and I'm sure everyone appreciates all the hard work and effort you've ever put into this, and all the fun and the entertainment that you put into Blog Talk Radio. You've made a difference to Blog Talk Radio for both capitalists and other people out there who need a hand put out to them, who need help understanding the true ideal of what capitalism is. I used to be a socialist, but I really got out of that pretty quickly. But I actually didn't mean to dox the guy that I thought hacked you. To be honest, I doxed someone, accidentally, and this wasn't done just by me. Honestly, it was with the help of Little Lion Woke Up, who was a friend of mine, and we're close friends. So like I said, what you did for everyone was truly, truly heartfelt, and I'm sure everyone appreciates all of your hard work that you've put into anything you've ever done.
I really appreciate that there, Troll Tick. I mean, to be honest with you, I mean, look, I understood there was an essence of community here. Alright, I understood that there was a lot of different factions that listened to the community. Or fucking community. They listen to the show, excuse me. You gotta forgive me, man, I've been drinking. I mean, a lot of different, people. And I knew a lot of them were trolls. I knew a lot of them were bronies. I knew a lot of them were, just a bunch of people, anonymous peeps. I mean, there were a lot of. I'm just such a diverse peeps that, I I guess it was my fault because I fell. I guess I fell into the fandom with the ghosties, and to be honest with you, man, I mean, those were really good fucking shows to me, man. I mean, to be honest with you, I mean, Christmas Eve. I mean, tears are coming to my eyes right now. I mean, maybe it's the alcohol or what. As a matter of fact, let me go ahead. I know everybody in the capitalist army was like, fucking ghosties was stupid. And, maybe it was stupid. But, man, it seemed that I got more respect and more people's attention, when I did that, then that's what I'm saying. I mean, I'm at this dilemma, bro. It's like, okay, what is it, man? Do you wanna fucking convey ideas and hope that you change the world, which you can't? Or do you want to entertain fucking people? And I've never been an entertainer, man. I'm just not what I do. You know. So it's a big dilemma, bro. Go ahead, Mr. Doom, man. Good to see you.
Thank you, Ghost, and I just want to thank you for being a breath of sanity in air polluted by ignorance in the world. Long before I discovered your show, I was trying to warn people what's going on about the free speech zones, and I got involved with the SOPA, trying to call my congressmen and my representatives and give them my peace of my mind. And I don't blame you. It's this feeling, nowhere to run. I'm starting to think maybe I should just maybe try to enjoy the time I have left. Because I try to warn my friends, but they're not taking anything just seriously. It's like, well, this is not gonna happen. This is democracy. They're gonna listen. Like that. Obama said he wouldn't sign the NDA. You expect him to not sign CISPA? And I'm sorry about this, Lamar Smith. I know you tried your hardest. You truly did, and I appreciate it. Just wish I'd done more, and wish I got more people to done. Basically, do for the anti-Lamar Smith cause. But I appreciate, man, and I appreciate it, Ghost, and thank you for being a breath of sanity in this whole disgusting world. And appreciate it. That's farewell and goodbye, Ghost.
Well, hold on, Fire Monk. I just want to say I appreciate you, Mr. Doom. I appreciate you and your insight and your intuitiveness, you wanting to like discuss issues, man. I'm not bullshitting, man. People in that's why I don't even have this capitalist army chat room anymore, man. People in the chat room would, make fun of people because they couldn't talk right or whatever the fucking case might be. And Mr. Doom was one of those people, man. But Mr. Doom, just because you have a speech impediment, man, doesn't mean that you can't understand ideas, man. And every time Mr. Doom came up to the table, it was always like, look, I just read about this, and I just read about that, and I mean, I appreciate you, Mr. Doom, alright? So, if anything, I'm gonna miss you more than you miss me, man. I genuinely mean that. Open mic.
Ghost, I'm gonna miss you, honestly. I think that this is a great direction that you're going with your life, just getting away from all the bullshit from the show, and all the trolls and all that. But I'm gonna miss you. You were the most entertaining radio host ever. You were a big inspiration to me, honestly. I just hope that life treats you well from here on out.
I appreciate it there, Fire Monk, but you are what you do. Isn't that what Quado said in Total Recall? You are what you do. Open your mind. And to be honest with you, I am going to be what I do, man. I'm just going to go out there and live life, and that's all we can do, man. I mean, don't get me wrong, I like this online world, man, but we can't base our lives on this shit. And, that's why nobody took my substance serious, and I know that now. I know that the reason nobody took anything I said serious is because it's Avatar, it's bullshit, it's a gamer, it's this, it's that. And you peeps know, man. You all know the internets. You all know the fucking world. I mean, if I expose myself to the world, you think I would ever be able to live appropriately, man? Come on, open mic.
Okay, I'm gonna try and not wake everyone up through these thin walls. Can you hear me? I have a bit of a complex mic setup here. Okay, good. So, it's more of a thank you, I gotta say, because before I listened to the broadcast, I was pretty much a gamer with no no direction in life. I had no expectation. And after listening to your broadcast, I mean that was a pretty much a life-changing moment to me. I've had I've had some appreciation for capitalism, and I've really learned to be more analytical on events, not to be simple-minded, such as that Trayvon Martin thing. I usually am just a listener, a silent listener on your broadcast, but really I'm still here, and I have to thank you for all you've done with the broadcast. And since I'm expecting to be successful in the future, I'll definitely owe you some drinks, and I'll mention your name in True Capitalist Radio. Oh,
I appreciate it, Boat. And man, that'd be great, man. You don't have to owe me anything, man. Just give me the props. Look. I've always said that throughout my whole broadcast, man. I don't want shit. I want the props. And you want to know why I want the props, man? Because that's what students should be respectful about their teachers. You know what I'm saying? No, fuck credibility. It's always been this way. Remember, in the Asian community, master and teacher. The teacher becomes the master, but even though the teacher becomes the master, he honors thy previous master. Do you understand? I mean, that's how knowledge is bequeathed. That's how continuity of progress is going. Nah, fuck off, Trixie. Man, they told me that when I wasn't in the room, you were a jerk. And I was like, no way, man. Trixie, he's a cool guy, this and that, And I understand he's all right, but I'm just saying, man, there's fucking time for trolling and time for this. Just saying, no, I understand. It's just for the lulz, man. I'm just saying, man. Anyway, I appreciate both the words, man. And look, that's why I did what I did, man. Look, if I wanted money, bro, I would have wrote books. I would have called the media. I mean, do you understand? It's not very hard to do this. The media's ripping me off. So it wouldn't have been hard, man. I don't want to write a book. Do you understand? I don't want fame. I wanted ideas conveyed. Oh, man. Can I slit my wrist now? Open mic.
It's rare to find intelligent people in the world, and you're definitely one of those intelligent people. You're a really rare person on this earth, and the majority of the people just don't care. I try to tell one of my friends about the world and what's going on. No, I don't care. I'm just going to sit here and play video games. And I thank you for opening people's minds, and anyone who became a capitalist because of Ghosts, good for you. Make money.
Thanks. Go ahead, Rena.
Hi, so I haven't been in here in a while. Obviously, I was kind of butthurt about getting banned, but I just wanted to say that thanks to your show, Ghost, I met a lot of amazing people, and if this is really the end, thank you for all the lols that you've provided us over the years. Ghosty wrap up, ghosty wrap up.
Well, I appreciate that, and to be honest with you, Rena, I don't even know what happened, this and that. Supposedly you thought I doxed you or this and that. I fucking hate this doxing shit, man. I wish I would have never even gotten involved with this shit, man. I mean, fucking innocent fucking people, man. They had nothing to do with any of this shit, man. I mean, nothing to do with any of this stuff. Got fucked with, and I think it is fucked. I'm serious. I think it is fucked up. That's why I ended the chat room. Why do you think I don't have the chat room? I tried to end the fucking show. It's it. It's over. It's done. I'm sick of doxing, man. I just wish it was the old days, man. Like the fuck. My wife told me that it was my fault. Can you believe that? She's like, it's your fault. Maybe she's a little upset at the fact that I gave y'all a little bit more attention than her, but she's like, it's your fucking fault. I mean, you're out here, you're talking to these people, you're doing this, you're doing that, or and I think she's right, man. I think it is my fault. So I don't know. I mean, it's the end for a while, like you heard on the Twitter. I'll keep tweeting, but I'm not gonna have this. I'm not gonna be chatting. I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna be, broadcasting. I'm not gonna be doing this stuff. I'm not gonna be chatting with anybody. It's kind of over, man. It was dumb. I'm really sorry, man, to anybody that was doxxed because of this show, man. Seriously. With the exception of those that came at me because they thought they were, I don't know, whatever. Alright? But, man, that's why I'm not doing it anymore. I don't want anybody more to get doxxed. We had some great fans and great fucking talent and great people that just went away because of this whole doxing shit, man. It's stupid. Open mic.
Yeah, I want to get your opinion on the name Capitalist Army, whether or not you want the other rooms to be up, and what you think if we should just go and make our own thing.
Hey, man, if y'all are capitalists, y'all are capitalists. I mean, I'm not a dictator, man. You can do what you want, bro. I'm serious. I've never dictated anything to anybody, man, and I don't ever want to dictate to anything to anybody. Open mic.
I'm really sorry to see you leave. But if it's if it's actually literally making you sick, I can completely understand it. On another point, I see no reason for us to not continue what was going on. I'm not talking about doxing, I'm talking about keeping these issues alive in the chat room. Because when we stop talking about this sort of stuff, world events, or how to make money, then we've completely lost. I mean, I know the US is going down the shithole. I give it 4 years tops before it's a third world country. But there's no reason not to keep an intelligent discourse going. Because it'll be people like us that eventually bring it back. And it won't be quick. I think it'll take 20 plus years. Go ahead.
I've opened my life up to you people for, I don't know, maybe just to have somebody to vent to, about my daily frustrations and what I do at work. You know, a lot of you know that I'm a registered nurse in the state of Pennsylvania, and I work in a hospital in the middle, yeah, in the middle of a ghetto. And it's not easy. It's horrible, in fact. Timeline, you're clearly uninformed of the situation. I'm just gonna hide the chat room while I talk. I'm not gonna be reading what anyone says. It's gonna take me a minute. My job's horrifying. At times, it's fucking scary, and I get nervous. And this avenue here has been a form of therapy for me. And in a way, I can also educate you guys about the medical profession and whatnot, and you know, at the same time make you laugh and make you think. But you know, we have Ghost here as well, who, you know, he kind of does the same thing. You know, in spite of, you know, what happens in the media and people trying to shut Ghost down and, you know, and get rid of Ghost, whether it be, you know, Twitter not giving him his account back, you know, or BTR fucking up his show, or you know, whatever. And then the endless throng of bronies and trolls coming at him, coming at me. You know, you guys, and I know some of you are in here, you doxed my parents, man. And that's one of the reasons why, you know, and Ghost probably won't come right out and say this, man, but I've talked to him personally, and I never heard Ghost say once, I'm sorry to anybody. Ever. He never apologized for a fucking thing. And in private, he said, I'm sorry, man. I'm really sorry this happened to you. And it didn't happen to me, it happened to my parents, man. You fuckers doxed my mom and dad. My dad has cancer. My mom was in a car accident. She has trouble. And you know, that's what this community's come to, and that's what the world's come to, man. It's fucking ruthless out there. And people don't give a shit. They're fucking sheep, and they'll sit around and collect government entitlements. And they'll abuse the system. I tell you guys time in and time out how people just abuse the hospital system that I work in. And they don't care. And they don't know where the money comes from that allows them this luxury of abuse. And someday that you know, that money and the bottom, it's all just going to fall out. And it's going to be gone. You know, it's going to be like grease. And these fucking entitlement scoundrels are going to fucking walk the earth like zombies, wanting vengeance and coming at people like me and coming for my throat. And you know what? I don't want to be a zombie. I don't want to be a person in that throng that has to rob somebody of their fucking life, you know, to make a living. So if you're going to take a side right now, guys, you know, be one of the people out there, be armed, you know, be ready. Don't be some fucking sheep in a crowd. Go out there, fucking make money. Do whatever you can. Look at me. I mean, I'm such a smart person, you know, and you know, I feel like I could have done more with myself, but I do horrible, disgusting shit for a living. But that's what I gotta do to survive, and that's what I gotta do to be on top. And that's what you guys gotta understand. There's nothing beneath you. You know, Ghost talks about cleaning enema bags. Well, you know, Ghost, I've cleaned a fucking, not an enema bag, but I've cleaned a colostomy bag before. That's worse than a fucking enema bag. But, you know what, at the end of the day, I ride around in a fucking car that costs me $500 a month that could drive up a fucking side of a mountain right off the lot. I'm going to be putting a fucking substantial down payment on a home. You guys are seeing my collection of weapons and shit on Twitter. You see the things I have. This shit wasn't handed to me. All right? I come from a lower middle class family that has, certain things and amenities and stuff that they've given me, but I've worked for most of what I have. And I told Ghost, I used to be a Marxist. I believe, my belief in hard work and being a working man is what drove me. But now I understand capitalism, and I understand what it is to have money and equity and own things and get your money back someday. You don't just put money into something that will never pay you back. And that's what this welfare society we live in is. We're giving money to these people and we're not getting anything back. It's anti-capitalist. So I encourage all of you, anyone that can hear my voice, please. And some of you I love dearly. You're great. I've made friends with you. You're great people. Don't be some fucking ne'er-do-well piece of shit. Don't sit around on your asses. Go out there, make money, put your money away, and be smart about it. Be a fucking capitalist. Don't be a piece of shit. And for fuck's sake, get Barack Obama out of office. And let's try to fucking turn this shit around. And Ghost, you might think your show was a waste of time, man, but to me it wasn't. To me, it really changed the way I see things. And as an older guy in here, I'm 27. It really, I gained such a greater appreciation just for myself in general. And I hope you guys can appreciate yourselves and realize that you can go out there and you can be a capitalist and you can be successful. And I know a lot of you are going to go out there and you're going to make more money than me, and you might make more money than Ghost, and you're going to fucking be somebody. And take the fucking message, the true capitalist message. All right? Yeah, that shit's funny, but take the real message. Fucking grasp it and live it. Because, Ghost says all the time, we live in modernity, and that's the fucking truth. Right now, these opportunities are going to be disappearing, guys. Don't sit on the fucking internet and dick off. Get yourself a secure future like I did. Get yourselves out there. Start making money. And Ghost might be gone. He might be gone for a while. He might be gone forever. But you've all experienced this. And I think you'll all be the better for it. And Ghost, I think that we all can thank you. Because, you might not have reached all of us. Maybe some people in here are too young or too naive to understand your message, man. But, as an adult, I got it like that. And maybe someday when some of you grow up and you gain cognition, you'll understand that Ghost was right. And that, and I hope at that point in time, it's not too late for you. So yeah, I don't know, dude. I guess if this is it, this is it. But it's been fun, man. We've had a lot of fucking fun, and I hope maybe someday we'll have that fun again. But until then, man, I wish you and your wife the best of luck. Fucking keep capitalizing down there in Texas, and just realize, man, that some fucking dumb fat dude in Pittsburgh, you really did make a difference in his life.
No, man. Let me be the first one to say that Balls is probably one of the people I respect the most out of everything, because he's a worker, man. And there's a lot of people that claim to be communists. I've talked to Balls personally, man, and he's told me, he's like, I used to be a communist, I used to be the workers of the world unite, kind of unionist types of Marxist, Yeah, not a communist, a Marxist, not a communist. There's a difference. But, what man, what capitalists don't understand is that Marx didn't understand modernity. You know, he was at the point in which he wrote this fucking Communist Manifesto and all his works in like the 1840s, 50s, and 60s. I mean, he didn't even understand what was going on. I mean, he was more worried about merchants and like, you know, fucking like these idiots that just wanted to be fucking blacksmiths all their lives and shit. You know what I'm saying? But let me tell you something about Marx. He wasn't stupid, man. And I'm not going to say that Marx is an asshole, an idiot. But Marx understood that the worker was an element to society. And let me tell you something, man. The worker is an element to society. The worker is an essence to society. Without the worker, we wouldn't have society. We wouldn't have civilization. And it doesn't matter what kind of a worker you are, man. If you're a true Marxist, you would be a capitalist. Because that's the essence of Marxism. The essence of Marxism is fucking work, man. I mean, didn't you read the Communist Manifesto? I mean, what did it say at the end? The workers of the world unite. Not the losers, the idiots, the derelicts, the pathetic waste of human life. The workers. The people that actually put down, man. The people that are actually fucking working hard. Do you understand? I mean, that's who I care about, man. And you know, we can criticize corporations. Capitalists can criticize corporations. And let me repeat that again. Capitalists can criticize corporations. Because what is... I mean, look. Let's analyze corporations for a second. Corporations are supposed to work good, just like democracy, right? I mean, you get shareholders. The corporation is ran on those shareholders' votes. They trust the chairman. I mean, it's a bureaucracy, is what I'm saying. It's a bureaucracy. Now, I'm not going to say that I don't partake in the bureaucratic system of corporation because I have a corporation. I just wish it had like 1,000 employees and shit. I'd hire everybody that was down with me in the capitalist army, man. But in essence, I mean, I've got a corporation, and the reason that I have a corporation is because of the tax purposes. That's why I liked Herman Cain, because, man, Herman Cain's 999 would have made it like you wouldn't want to be a corporation. The only reason people want to be a corporation is because they can fucking skate around the taxes. And this stupid yes we can Barack Obama liberal regime was supposed to fucking rectify that shit, right? It didn't, man. Did you saw GE? GE, man, I don't know how many billions of dollars in profits they paid. Was it no taxes? Huh? Yeah, yeah, yes we can, huh? Yeah, I'm going to help the poor in America. I'm Barack Obama, right? That's what I'm saying and I'm not trying to say Herman Cain was the greatest thing since sliced bread. Believe me. I mean, there were some things he was lacking, but man, look. We need economic productivity in this fucking economy. You understand? 9% income tax on a personal level, 9% corporate tax, and 9% sales tax. Everything else, who gives a shit? If you sell your house, if you give your house to your fucking kid, that shit wouldn't be taxed anymore. There's no inheritance tax, capital gains tax, and all these dumbass taxes. There wouldn't be this shit anymore, man. It'd be great. It'd be fine. I don't know. I mean, I thought that was a pretty good idea. Because, look, the 9% sales tax, I know people are bitching about the fact that, oh, well, we're going to pay more for our products. Yeah, but you're going to get more money back. You're going to keep more of your money. I mean, most people, unless you've got like 8 kids, most people are taxed at a 35, 30, or 25% level. And that's not including, yeah, exactly, property taxes. I mean, I don't even want to talk about it, man. I hate taxes. So, I mean, I can get on an hour, 2 hour lecture about this. Go ahead, Dynamite Ninja. It's good to see you, man. You didn't hack me, did you?
No, I didn't. Well, I just gotta say, you have given me so much substance. Oh, it's just incredible how smart you really are. I appreciate everything you do, everything you did. If I ever see you in Texas, dude, I just wanna drink with you, shoot the shit, do whatever, play a game of pool, do all that shit, and I'm gonna miss you, dude. Oh, go ahead, Ghetto.
Yeah, well, hold on, Ghetto. I just want to say thanks, Dynamite. I really appreciate it, bro. And that's not BS. I mean, seriously, man, I genuinely appreciate what you're saying. And, I mean, these kind words, I wouldn't say they encapsulate the shit that I've done for 4 years, but it helps, man. I've been drinking, and the wife. I'm gonna be honest. The wife has, I mean, told me, hey, and there's nothing I can say about it because she does what I tell her. You know what I mean? I mean, she does what I say, anything I say. But at the same time, when she's right, man, she can be, see, I told you. And you know why she always says that she told me, because I taught her how to be the way she is. You know what I mean? She used to be a very compassionate person. Oh, I'm gonna go out and help these people. Oh man, you should have seen her when she was a young gal. Are you kidding me? That's what attracted me to her, was the fact that she was just a kind-hearted soul, man. Are you kidding me? And then, oh man, she was an innocent. The innocence, man. You can't even understand the innocence in this woman, man. I mean, man, y'all gonna make me shed a tear just thinking about my wife, man. She was just something that I just could not keep my eyes off of, and it was beyond beauty. It was just the way she carried herself, confidence, and when I talked to her, it was that of a woman that understood what life was about, and survival, and family. That's why, when I stopped doing this, I really appreciate my wife, man. I mean, to be honest with you, she is ride or die, and you cannot abuse ride or die, man. I mean, you can't abuse a woman that is willing to do whatever it takes. You can't abuse a woman, man. And I'm not saying I abuse my wife, but I'm just saying I did neglect her for at least a couple of years here. Because I didn't start doing these shows frequently until like a couple of years ago, and ride or die, man. I love that woman, man. And even though people hacked my ass, you never heard of some bitch fucking like, oh, well, look, I lured him with my fucking tit shot. I I emailed him my tit shot, my twat shot, and he emailed me back. You never heard that shit before. So I'm just saying, man. I mean, That's another, that's another thing y'all can throw in your little mental box there, man. I mean, I didn't write a book. I didn't go out there. I've done this for 4 years. You would think that I would go out and fucking write books and, call a fucking director. You don't think Spurlock would come over here and fucking do this, huh? You don't think Spurlock would come over here? He'd probably fake he was me just for the fucking the director's pub. You know what I mean? Spurlock would be like, "Hey, I'm Ghost. Are you? I'm just saying, man. I mean, you don't think I could have done all this shit, man? I didn't. And the reason I didn't is because I don't want the fucking fame. I just want you to absorb the knowledge, man. I mean, god damn it. Open my ghetto.
Alright, I want to apologize to you guys for having to get off mic earlier. Pookie's mom drove up with a trunk full of groceries, and I had to help her get them out. First and foremost, Ghost, I want to thank you for showing up on this first of the month to make your comeback. It's a great honor, and the barbecue later on today will definitely be a little bit sweeter. But in all seriousness, Ghost, you taught me how to look at the markets in a different perspective as far as short-term investments goes, and I'll take that with me.
I know, man, ghetto capitalist, I can see it. I've been observing, even though I went short on fucking that stupid shit, and then I found out I was hacked, and I was like, well, you know what, I'm just gonna leave it in there. I'm gonna leave the short in there. I'm down 100. I'm down like 100 something $1,000, man. But I'm glad. Oh, 21 now. Oh, well, good, man. But I'm glad that everybody, man, B-town, inadequate, ghetto, everybody, man. I'm glad you guys understand the markets, man. I mean, I hope that when you guys get a 25 grand and put it on margin, that you go out there and kick some ass and you won't be intimidated, man. You fucking have tested the market. You know what's up, man. You know what I mean? And after you make all that money, you're just gonna have to figure out how to pay them taxes, man. You know what I mean? Open mic.
Hey Ghost, I just want to say is that, I've only been a 2-month member here in Paltalk, and I've really loved your show when I first heard about it. And I've been listening to some of your archives back in 2008, and, in 2009, that was around the time when I was in high school in entrepreneurship classes when, I was learning how to tackle the markets. We were selling a we were selling, as our project, we were selling a t-shirt, and to see how much that will be worth in the markets and how much money we're going to get from that at the end of the school year. And by the time I graduated and I got my check of $160 because the shirts that we sold were pretty damn, it was like, bread on butter. It sold pretty damn well. And if only I've heard about your show, even though you're a true conservative radio back then, I could have, still kind of asked you some questions about capitalism in general, about money making. And anyways, I want to move on is that I've really enjoyed listening to you on Pal Talk. I enjoyed listening to your show. And even though I don't get up on the mic that much, I just want to say that Capitalist Army movie night, that it felt like that took me back like when I was that took me back like I was still in high school, man. Just showing on a movie, and it was just it was just very nostalgic. It reminded me of that's why I have mad respect for you, because you remind me of that. You remind me of one of my favorite teachers that I had back then when I was in high school. And I'm never, even though you're going to be posting, information on Twitter, the only thing I want to say is that, I want you to keep posting on what goes on in the world, because the most valuable commodity is information, and I'll never forget that.
Yeah, you're damn right, Hark to Shark, man, and I really appreciate those kind words. I mean, it really is. I mean, knowledge, you know, whenever you say knowledge is power, you kind of go back to those 80s Saturday morning cartoon little 15-minute tidbits, when they would, have those, hey, knowledge is power, and, have these little fucking dumbass little cartoons in between. Yeah, I mean, it really is, man. I mean, free knowledge is everything, man. I mean, you have to absorb it, I mean, you have to not only absorb it, but analyze it and critically think about it, man. And come up with new ideas. Not just sit there and be complacent. I mean, the whole reason why I did my fucking show was not to sit there and fucking jerk off and, hey, look at my remixes and this and that. It was to provoke thought, man. That's the only way we're going to progress in humanity, is if thought is provoked, man. That's... I don't know how... I don't know how else I can say it. I'm serious. Go ahead, Ann and Spartan.
Anyway, Ghost, I first heard about you through your Sopa rant back in December. I didn't know about your trolling and all that stuff back then. I just knew that you were a guy who wanted to play for the internet, and it meant a lot to me. So, thanks for broadcasting. I wish I had started watching you sooner. You're a good man. Keep up the good work.
I appreciate that, Ann. I mean, seriously, man. I mean, all these kind words are really a breath of fresh air, but man, I really wish we would have fucking put a dent in Lamar Smith. I mean, this cocksucker got fucking 70-something% of the vote. SOPA bill. Man, we're destined, man. It's over. Even if he does lose to the Democratic candidate, Balls, the Democratic candidate is going to fulfill that obligation. I mean, the Democrats are in Hollywood's pocket, man. Hollywood is initiating this whole fucking shit. To be honest with you, if I wanted to be a dick, I could just be like, well, you know what? I'm going to go and I'm going to call my lawyer and I'm just going to go and I'm going to sue everybody that used my intellectual property for profitability. Just like these dumb fucking cocksucker, these fucking recording industry, man. You know what I mean? I was tempted to do it, to be honest with you, after the whole hacking shit, but I'll just go away. Since these hackers want me to go away, I don't really know who hacked me, but since they want me to go away, I'll just go ahead and go away. And oh man, I've got a great life, man. I just want to go live life. Hey, you know what? Maybe when I come back, and I'm not going to come back like in the show, but maybe when I come back in a couple of years, I don't know. We'll see what's up. Man, I don't want to say anything. You know what I mean? I don't want to say anything. Maybe I'll become a comedian or something. I don't know. Go ahead, Mr. Doom. As a matter of fact, Mr. Doom, if you're going to say anything important, I'm going to go get a drink or something. I'm serious. I may just become a comedian. So if you want to dox me and you want to go see me, you're going to have to pay about $25, all right? Go ahead, Mr. Doom.
As cheesy as those cartoon PSA, knowledge is power, but that's pretty much the truth. In the end, it's all materialism. The ones with knowledge and try to control the truth is end up controlling the rest of the population. Just look like the primaries. most of the Republicans registered Republicans probably don't even know who Lamar Smith is, but that's pretty much what the GOP said, like, oh, vote for him, he's a part of us, and they just blindly do it. It's like, knowledge is power, and you gotta use it, people. You can't change the world if you change the world and try to make it a better place. Well, trying to make yourself a better person, not place. Try to make yourself a better person. Maybe the one thing looking back, I should have tried harder to prove myself, not just to try to warn people. The rest of the populations are it's preaching to sheep walking to the slaughterhouse. There's two things you can be in the world. Either be a sheep or a wolf. You know, you might be a wolf trying to warn the sheep they're walking to the slaughterhouse, but maybe you'd be lucky some of them are converted to a wolf, and maybe wolves would stick together. The sheeps are really that stupid. But I know it's good to hear that there's people that care, like Ghost and Misty Cans that and Dark Hoodie. I'm not the only one that's getting stressed out, and I literally am getting physical sick, especially with the SOPA and NDA. When Ghost say he's jaded, I know the feeling. Maybe I should try to pretty much try to enjoy the time I have left, but still, I won't try to give up spreading the truth. I got this saying from a video game, Fallout 3, but I believe it. I'm for a good amount of my life, I'm spreading the truth, no matter how bad it hurts. And there always have to be a need for people to do that, unless people won't wake up. You have to spread the truth no matter how bad it hurts, and the truth fucking hurts. Just look around the world. The truth's not pretty, the truth's hideous, it's ugly, it's sickening, but someone has to do it, and I thank you for putting so much effort for doing exactly the same thing. Truth will always set us free. You'll be free as a dignity in a person, but truth also can get a bullet in your brain. So it takes guts to be speaking out the truth, and if you're doing that already, you got guts, and don't give up, man. I appreciate what you're doing, Ghost, and appreciate everyone, even they're just retweeting an anti-SOPA or NDA tweet, but thank you for it. I want to thank everyone that's trying to keep the truth alive and actually caring. There's not a lot of people that's caring anymore. Open mic.
No, you're absolutely right, Mr. Doom, and I really appreciate you not only appreciating me, but appreciating everybody that does the same thing. Misty Cans and Hoodie, and there's a whole bunch of other people that do the same thing, and it's rough, man. I mean, 'cause look, I'm gonna be completely honest, and I've said this time and time again. I am willing to die for what I believe in. I'm willing to die for what I believe in. I don't give a fuck. My wife doesn't like to hear that shit. But I'm willing to die, and I don't give a fuck who comes at me and kills me, man, to be honest with you. I don't care. I'm not here forever. This is not something I'm not trying to attain, godhood or anything of that nature. All I'm trying to do is my time here, in my opinion, if you really want to help society, you'll use your time necessary to make society better. And what better means is progress. Progress, not fucking stagnation. People are talking about slaves and serfs. I mean, that's what stagnation breeds. And the reason that we're seeing this in our society is because our governments are trying to induce stagnation because it benefits their fucking power. This is what I've been trying to say, man. This is what I've been trying to say for a long time. And you know, as in the Revolutionary War of America, it doesn't take a majority, man, to fucking make a legitimate revolution. It does not take a fucking majority to cause a revolution. To not only cause a revolution, but you have to have some substance. You know, people don't really look at the intellectual output that was put forth by the revolutionaries of the American Revolution. It's real easy to take up arms and say, oh, it's not good, fuck the fucking, these fuckers are taking this. I mean, it's real easy to do that. But you know, there was so much intellectual curiosity put into not only the Constitution, but the whole construct of government. That's why it stood the test of time, man. That's what I've been trying to convey on my broadcast. You understand? You need intellectual curiosity, man. Do you understand, man? I mean, you know, that's why it stood the test of time. Why do you think Rousseau's version in France after the French Revolution didn't stand the test of time? Because there was no intellectual curiosity behind that. There was just a bunch of people that wanted to kill nobles, you know. Oh, you Marquis de Nable, you know, I mean, they just wanted to kill nobles. I mean, they just wanted to kill anybody related to Louis, you know what I mean, or anybody that had faith, anything to Louis, you know, until, of course, Napoleon came along and said, hey, my 5'3" ass can show you how to dominate the world, and that's how it is, you know. And you know, that's how all individuals transpire. It's always out of chaos, man. And in my personal opinion, I think that chaos is inevitable for this country, and I hope that the person or the individual that transpires out of all this is not Caligula, you know, and is an intellectual person, is somebody that can give us the intellectual idealism that we can oblige at least for another 100 years, like, or 200 years, like our forefathers, man. Open mic. Hey, Ivana, it's your mic.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to be a Helen Keller deaf mute. Yeah, no, I've been listening to you since the True Conservative radio days, and I really appreciate everything that you've done and said and all the effort and time you've put in, and I refuse to believe you're going away forever. So, that was all I had to say. But we have missed you, and I do have faith, man, that you're coming back.
Well, sorry. Caligula also was fucking insane, guys. He used to pose as a prostitute in brothels and service men. He he marched the legions of the Roman Empire onto the beaches of Britannia, looked down at the ground and saw the seashells and said, I've never seen seashells like this in my life. And he told them he ordered legions of Roman soldiers that had just traveled across Europe on foot. Instead of going there to kill the Britons, you know, the native Britons, he ordered them to collect the seashells and put them on the ships so he could take them back. The man was fucking crazy. He was batshit insane. I did a whole report on the guy, but that was the thing that stuck out to me the most. He had legions of fucking hard-boiled fucking motherfuckers that killed people with swords and spears and didn't give a fuck. And he made them collect seashells. Like, yeah, some of the most fucking hardcore, like, warriors that, like, they were ready to die. Like, their ultimate goal was to die in a fight. And he fucking, instead he was like, hey, you guys want to pick up these seashells for me? This looks really nice. Yeah, so I don't know. Caligula was just, I mean, he was a psycho, sociopathic asshole. And, what can I say? I still think Augustus was best Roman emperor, but at the end of the day, they all failed. The Roman Empire ruled. The United States has been a world power for what? Maybe 100 years, not even. Just over 50 years we've been the supreme power. Yeah, after World War II. The Roman Empire ruled the world for what, 4,000 years? Like 4 millennia or some shit? A long-ass time. And, what, I don't know. Something like that. A very long time, the Roman Empire, ruled the world and they fell. The British ruled the world for how long and they fell. Don't think that we're invisible, or invincible rather. That it can't happen to us. Yeah, well, could be living under the Chinese Empire someday. You know what I mean? Don't think it can't happen. Yeah, you're right. You're right, tough guy. It is happening. Slowly but surely. Yeah, but the Chinese army isn't slowing down, Warhog, and that's the problem. The Chinese understand the value of a world war, man, and they don't give a fucking shit dick ass cock about their population at all. Not one bit do they care. Does that Chinese government care? They'll send every man with 2 feet that can hold a fucking weapon to die in an instant. They're not sentimental like us. That's what makes them good warriors. The Chinese in World War I think it was, they used to make human walls when they'd fight the Japanese. It was either in World War I or World War II, I can't remember. They made human walls. Alright, the Chinese, yeah, they didn't have enough weapons, okay? So what they would do is, they couldn't have trench warfare because they would get crushed. They didn't have artillery or anything like that. And so what they'd do is they'd have these poor people that were like maybe hurt or whatever, or sick, or just people that were crazy. They'd run with sticks at the enemy soldiers and try to break the line and not get shot. And eventually so many of them would die that they would create human barricades. And then the Chinese soldiers that had weapons would hide behind the human barricades and take pop shots at the enemy soldiers. That's how dedicated these fucking people were. They made human walls. So, I mean, that's the kind of enemy we're dealing with. And they're not some fucking Taliban, I'll go steal this and then blow it up on the side of the road. The Chinese have stealth technology. They have main battle tanks with composite armor. It would take the full force of our military just to fucking stave them off, in an invasion. So, and we can sit here and think, oh, that'll never happen again. But, after World War I and the Kaiser Wilhelm was destroyed and Germany was toast and, the Austro-Hungarian Empire, you think any of them people thought that in 20, 30 years they'd be dealing with conflict in the same part of the fucking world? Absolutely not. No one after World War I sat there and said, this crazy anti-Semite, he's going to rise to power and exterminate a population of people, and hundreds of thousands of people are going to die. After World War I, they're like, fuck it, 1920s, swag. So we can sit here now and be like, oh, it'll never happen with China. Yeah, but a lot of people thought World War II would never happen. So, I don't know. Sorry for jumping Mike. I don't know if Ghost is back or not. It seemed like he was AFK. But Jimmy, go ahead, man.
No, man, I'm not AFK, man. I'm just a little inebriated here, you know. I'm jaded, you know. I'm depressed. Anyway, man, I'm gonna be out. I'm gonna be here for the next. Man, I can't believe it's already 3:44 in the morning, man. I gotta trade. I gotta do all kinds of bullshit tomorrow. Anyway, I usually get up around this time, man, but shit. Anyway, I want to be here for the next 15, 20 minutes, man, and then I'm out. I'm closing the room, and um, it's over. I think the only communication that you're gonna have with me after this is just through Twitter, and that's it, man. Go ahead, Jimmy.
Well, Ghost, I just wanted to thank you, man. I don't know how many Irishmen you spread capitalism to, but I mean, you sure as hell spread it to me. I'm still in school, but I'm making money and shit, man. So I just wanted to thank you for that, for the brilliant show, for all the laughs and all the unbelievable knowledge.
Yeah, appreciate it, man. Straight out of Ireland. You know, I've always wanted to go to Ireland and go to an Irish pub. You know, these fucking idiots out here in America, they're like, oh, we got you got an Irish pub here, mate, you know, and all this crap. I really want to go out there to Ireland and straight up have a Irish pub-like atmosphere, you know what I mean? The true Irish. And not to mention, I hear they have good golf courses. I like golf. Anyway, go ahead, G-Man.
Alright, well, you know, it's always, you know, sentimental when things end, but I believe this is for the better for you, for all of us, and I sincerely hope that you remember, you know, the real, true capitalists that you met through this you know, mode of communication. I hope you remember me, because I'll definitely remember you. I'll always remember I started listening in December. I'll always remember you know, the advice, and everything that you provided. I never would have taken an interest in the stock market if it hadn't been for your show, for your commentary. I mean, I'm checking the stock market all day now. Before I could really give a shit. But now, I'm looking forward to a successful life. I'm gonna be getting a job in the summer. And I owe this all to you, man. This is really heartfelt and sincere for me. I'm logging off now. So, you know, it's just a little sentimental for me. So, in the words of William Shakespeare, farewell. God knows when we shall meet again. And take care, Ghost. Hopefully, you know, you live a happy rest of your life. Remember us. You know, take care of your wife. Take care of your health. You know, take care, Ghost. You're gonna be missed.
Thanks a lot, G-Man. I really appreciate it. And, you know, this summer, man, save your capital. And you're watching the markets, man. Go out there and do what you do and make money, man. You know, just make money. That's all it's about. And look, when you make money doesn't mean that you can spend more of it. It's easy to make it. Always remember that. It's easy to make money. The hardest part about it is keeping it and making more. And that's really the tricky part about capitalism. And but at the same time, if you're happy with a certain level of success, if you're happy with a certain level of socioeconomic strata, well, by all means, go ahead and do that. But you still have to have a rainy day fund, man. You still have to have assets to fall back on. I mean, there could be some natural disaster. There could be something that could come in and just completely, you know, eliminate that particular situation. So that's, yeah, I mean, it's serious stuff. Anyway, I'm gonna be here, like I said, for another couple of minutes, and I'm out of here, man. Go ahead, Brody. Celtic Brony.
Alright, I'm just gonna throw my last 10 cents in. I'm not gonna be too long, then I'm gonna sit back and listen to you guys. I had absolutely nothing to do with the hacking of your Twitter account. I think it was just some loser sitting there trying different passwords. It's quite unfortunate that that happened. Now, I'm not a brony anymore, and I'm proudly saying I'm not a brony anymore. Every time you ranted on bronies, just made me want to quit even more. They just disgust me. And I quit trolling, and I'm gonna try to live a better life, go down a better path in life. Uh, man, I'm just glad I logged into Paltalk to hear this last bit of you talking. I'm gonna miss you too, man. You're like a dad to me. I'm sorry.
No, if I had a son, it wouldn't be Celtic Brony, alright? Open mic.
And I'm just saying to all the other people within the capitalist army who have been chilling with the last couple months and whatnot. I'm gonna take a little break here. I'll be back in a couple weeks. Looking to do big things. Anybody interested? Talk to Dutch about the other room. That's where shit's gonna go down. So expect some shit to happen. I'll be back.
Good evening, everyone, and good evening, Ghost. I said this a couple weeks ago, but I'd like to reiterate it. In the 4 years that you were broadcasting, you were on a Paltalk account that cost you $250 a month to broadcast. And that's for 3 hours a day, 5 days a week. And you're allowed to have like 500 people in your chat room, and there's a few other perks. But point is you spent $12,000 over those 4 years giving us that show. And I know I said this before, but it really kind of astounds me because I thought about it. And that's money spent on strangers just giving away tons of content and information. And yeah, a lot of jokes, but there's not too many friends I have or family members that I could say I'd spend $12,000 on over the last, over 4 years. So, once again, thanks for everything, man.
Hey, man, I appreciate it, but hey, man, this is America. Hopefully you learn from this, man. People are unappreciative pricks. And they'll use you to a certain extent, and then once they have no longer any use for you, it's over. So that's really the criticism that most of these Occupy Wall Street pricks have. But if you go into the whole concept having that idea that, man, everybody's really out to screw you, then you'll be safe. Now, people ask, well, what's a business deal then, Ghost? What's a business deal? If everybody's out to screw everybody, what's the business deal? A business deal is a compromise between two parties in which both parties feel that they've gotten the better of the deal. That's a business deal, baby. Anybody who gets screwed on a business deal, that's your fault. You know what I mean? I mean, seriously, I mean, that's your fault, man. I mean, it's a compromise, man. I mean, you're not going to get what you fully want. The other person isn't going to get what they fully want. I mean, you have to compromise, and, that's why I always commented over these Shark Tanks and tried to hope and show you peeps that, look, you can't be hesitant when somebody throws a number at you. You can't show weakness because these sharks can see it, man. You know what I mean? These sharks can see it. You don't want to see it, man. You want to show them. And look, you can't be stupid either like those other idiots that are like, no, even though you're saying no to me, this is going to be great. You have to be completely understanding on whatever service or product that you put forth is going to actually make a profit. And this is what I'm saying, man. Anyway, I'm getting off keister. I think I'm a little intoxicated, to be honest with you, man. I'm drinking Spaten beers after I got back from 6, man, and Spaten's pretty hardcore, man. I mean, the Germans, they kick ass, man. Fucking 1397 this beer has been brewed. Do you know how many German aristocrats fucking drunk this shit? You know what I mean? Anyway, yeah, I know, Balls. Hey, you're dead to me. Go ahead, get out of here, dead to me. Open mic.
Yeah, before you go, I just want to leave you with an inspirational quote by someone who well, he's not my favourite person, but it's just an inspirational quote to help you get by. I'm going to say it. All great movements are popular movements. They are volcanic eruptions of human passions and emotions, stirred into activity by the ruthless goddess of distress or by the tortured spoken word cast into midst of the people. I just want to leave you with that inspirational quote by Adolf Hitler. I don't know if it'll help you get along, but I just thought I'd leave you with, that before you left. Yeah, cheers for the great fun too.
A troll tick. I've read Mein Kampf, and after this experiment online, man, I mean, I don't believe in Hitler's cultural aspects in trying to attain world domination, but what it does make me believe, and let me explain this. What it makes me believe is that individuals change history, and ideas can be fed, ideas can be given, but it's up to interpretation, man. And people have warped interpretation. People are I mean, we have generation after generation that have been drugged with Prozac and Ritalin and Adderall, and I mean, can we keep going? I mean, you don't think this has effect on the brain? I mean, have you heard of bath salts, for fuck's sake, man? Bath salts. This is shit that is supposed to be. This is shit that's supposed. No. To rubbing the balls. No. It is sold as bath salts, okay? And what it is that these people that are out here that know about this shit, they sniff this crap. And when they sniff this crap, they think that it's supposed to simulate cocaine or crank. But in actuality, it's not just like PCP, man. The PCP at least withers away. At least it goes away, balls. What's happening with this bath salts is that it completely alters. No, this is not like LSD. I mean, it completely alters the perspective forever. I've been kind of hearing about this, reading about this. I saw a recent, I don't know if it was in the morning or I don't know when it was, but it was a report on the television in which a doctor and a psychiatrist, their son, a doctor and a psychiatrist, their son tried this little bath salt, and this is legal. You can buy this shit at any head shop, man. This is legal, alright? Their son tried these bath salts, sniffed it, right? And the father was like, I would have never figured that he was doing something until he started looking out the window and saying, hey, Dad, I see a bunch of fucking cops in the front yard. And the dad was looking at the same window he was looking at, and he was like, son, there's no cops there. And, there's a... And the son was like, look, there's like 1, 2, 3. He started counting them and describing what they had on and the whole shit. And this was way after he had bath salts, like way after. Like this was like he had bath salts like back, like the evening previous. He woke up and continued to see this shit. All right, and the doctor father was like, son, there's nobody out there. What the fuck are you talking about? And then the son started freaking out and saying, oh man, what the fuck is, I mean, I'm seriously just really got belligerently crazy. And the son took a butcher knife, because remember, they were in the kitchen. He was looking out the kitchen window, took a butcher knife, sliced his throat. Okay? Luckily, he had a doctor father, right? The doctor father, is able to not necessarily save him, but save him to the point where he can get that stitched up, so on and so forth. Anyway, it wasn't that deep, is what I'm saying. Anyway, he goes back home, right? And he kills himself, blowing himself away. You know what I mean? And you should see these two well-educated people, man. I mean, this is not happening in the Poe in America. This kid that did this, he was a BMX rider. I mean, he had a bunch of videos of himself doing all kinds of nice, cool bike tricks and all that shit. I mean, he's a rich kid, Fucking bath salts, man. He sniffed that one time, man, and it was it. It was over, man. After he slit his throat, the father saved him. Everybody saved him. Comes back home, blows his head off. This is America, man. What have we become, man? Man, I sincerely cry every fucking day, man. What have we become, man? I mean, we don't give a shit, man. Why should I give a shit, right? Maybe I should do something fucking crazy out here, you know what I mean? Maybe if I did something crazy, people would fucking be dedicated to some shit, man. I'm not joking, man. I mean, seriously. I mean, it sickens me that communists, man. I mean, let me tell you, have you ever read about the communist history? Thousands, man, hundreds of thousands of communists died for the cause of communism, man. And it was a stupid cause. I can't even get a fucking 100 people to do some fucking anti-Lamar Smith fucking videos, man. I got over 30,000 people that listen to the Blog Talk radio show. That's all I'm saying, man. Anyway, I'm going to leave here in the next 5 minutes, man. Open mic.
I think something we should all take from this is why Ghost has been screaming that capitalists should band together. It's because money is power. Only those with money can turn anything around in the Western world. Hell, even in the Eastern world now, in a lot of areas. As such, I suggest we all continue the CA in another room, as we've been doing, and actually do some intellectual conversations. Because when we stop talking about it, we're done. I mean, I'm not against us screwing around a bit. Personally, I need to do that and get it out my system. But we need to be able to have some intellectual conversations. I'm not doing Tub Guy right now.
No, you're absolutely right, man. And look, I'm out of here after this. I just want everybody to know that I'm done with the show. I'm done with Pal Talk. Done with all this shit, man. I mean, I just wanted to convey ideas, and, you know, fuckers are just being pricks, and that's just how it is. So, anyway, this is the Twitter, even though I strongly advise anybody who's being harmed by Twitter, they claim that the real Ghost Politics is being monitored by several governments, quote unquote, like several government agencies, because supposedly, you know, I don't want to get into it, but anyway, they're going to keep it open because they believe that they're going to capture. I don't know what the fuck they're doing. Anyway, this is my new Twitter account, man. There it is. All right. The O's are substituted for zeros, and I know it's stupid. I wish that it was a little bit different, but man, it's, yeah, you can't even do a show anymore, man, without cocksuckers are like, hey, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. So anyway, I just also want to reiterate that I know the capitalist army is out there. There's a lot of people within the capitalist army that are doing their thing. I just want to reiterate something, that there is no hierarchy within the capitalist army. All right, I mean, I was never about giving any kind of hierarchy to any whatever. All right, I just want people to know that shit. All right, the capitalist army, I would like to consider it like Anonymous. The only difference is that Anonymous doesn't know what their purpose is. They don't know what they're doing, man. You know what I mean? They don't know why they're just doing it for the lulz, really. I mean, they're just like, I don't know. I mean, and look, I know there's anonymous people that are dedicated to this idea of anti-totalitarianism. No, it's not capitalist army versus Annan, man. I mean, Annan at this point in time is in a limbo at this point in time. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just saying, I know that there's a bunch of Annan that doesn't appreciate what happened with the fucking Occupy Wall Street protests and all that shit. But at the same time, Annan needs to stand for something, and it doesn't. Annan will never stand for anything. I mean, it's anarchistic, in my opinion, you know? And that's why I'm saying I don't mind anybody using the capitalist army moniker, but anybody who claims to be of authority or, oh, I'm this, I'm that, bullshit. All right, bullshit. We're just like Anonymous, man. You know what I mean? If you're a capitalist army, you represent your capitalist army, man. And believe me, I'm always observing what's happening all over. So if you're a capitalist army, man, believe me. All right? I'm not a leader, exactly. I can't believe Celtic Brony understands this shit, man. I mean, do you understand how upsetting this is? I mean, yeah, you know what? I'm done. I'm getting out of here, man. You know what? I'm out of here, man. You know what? It's over.